locked in? Is this really it?
No, not yet.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it officially starts when we turn this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and flip it, and we'll start the hour. And we can tie.
Oh my god.
It's begun.
Okay.
So no Jane.
No Jane.
Okay, that's fine.
Jane,
I gotta close this for the sounds.
oh yeah. Jane wanted to come, but she was a little reluctant. Maybe I am too, just because I've never done podcast interview sort of stuff, really.
Yeah.
But she has to help her brother paint something, like a house today, so.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like selling a house or something, and they need help painting.
That's fine, because I wanted to have you guys here individually anyway, so it works out. So.
She's right here in spirit.
Yeah, she is here in spirit. Well, geez. Yeah, but you've done podcasts before, right?
I think we did one podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
How
so.
was that?
That was alright. I mean, it focused on like songwritery stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what this is gonna focus on.
It's kind of just whatever. So I wanted to create this podcast so I can, like, sort of just keep a log of what we've been doing and stuff, and just kind of.
What you and I have been doing?
No, what we've all been doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, and so I think it'd be fun to just interview everybody.
Can I tell you? Okay, so I've been listening to your podcast.
Yeah.
I've been listening.
Yeah.
Like it's I like it.
What are you up to?
What do you mean?
What episode?
I think I've listened to everything.
Oh dang.
Okay, the initial one was Ismail. I'm like, oh, Ismail's on, so I want to check this out.
Yeah.
Which he was early on.
Yeah, he was
But then for some reason I only got halfway through it. I've listened to everybody else's.
Because it's not my personal favorite. I was really stoned. I'm not stoned now. I can't do anything stoned, I've realized.
Okay.
I can only be stoned by myself. I even went to Disneyland recently stoned.
Yeah.
And just didn't talk to the person I was with.
Yeah.
For half the day.
Yeah.
Just like rode the rides. That's
yeah.
Weird.
You're just in your own world or something.
Do you smoke? You don't smoke. Right?
No.
Have you?
Yeah, but it's like it's not a thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I want to say two of the funniest bits or two of the funniest lines I thought was I think Kat McNew was like Kat. Is that how you say your last name?
Yeah.
Okay. She was like, if you're going to be racist, you better be good at it.
Yeah.
And I think you were talking to your sister. Yeah. You're like, oh, our sponsor's meth. You know where to get it.
Oh, thank you. No, I appreciate that. It's interesting having you on here because the whole Twisted Black Soul family, you know.
I was thinking about that. I'm like the extended.
I
was thinking about that.
We are obsessed with the Black Heartthrobs.
Oh, so I don't believe that.
No, it's true. It's a bit of a confession. And then they're all like, God, you got to get the Black Heartthrobs on here. Because, yeah, you guys are kind of like our like cousins that live in like, you know, the west side.
Oh, we feel the same way. We feel absolutely the same way.
No, that's great. But you guys are still such a mystery sometimes.
Absolutely, because I mean we play these shows and it's all just loud and and then it's
and then
like
we hang out, we talk, you know, a little bit, but then
and there's always this kind of nerves of just like, oh, I gotta play a show, and then afterwards you're like, you know, all that stuff.
Yeah, and then we also usually play really late.
Oh yeah.
So you guys you and Jane, who are married, just for the people that don't know, for the 2 or 3 people, you're in a band called the Black Heartthrobs. I'm with David Benitez, by the way. I feel like I should introduce you or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
In the Black Heartthrobs, and you guys are married. How long have you guys been dating? Before the whole marriage.
Geez, I think since 2006 or something like that. 2005.
And you guys were in the Black Heartthrobs?
No.
Before that? After that?
So what happened was, since I work at UCLA in the libraries.
Yes.
Like Jane was an undergrad. She was like her last year of college.
Oh, really?
And she worked at the library.
Yeah.
And I was her supervisor.
No way.
Yeah. And we worked at the library together.
Wow.
And then there was another student who like knew I was a musician, and she worked at UCLA radio, and she's like, hey, why don't you guys come on, or why don't I come on to play a song?
Yeah.
And maybe similar to this, I'm like, that's too nerve-wracking. So I'm like, why don't I ask, hey, Jane, you play drums, you want to play with me?
Yeah.
And then we started practicing, and then it evolved from there to be a band.
Wow.
So it's very organic, I guess.
Yeah, very much so. What do you do at the library, by the way?
What does anybody do at the library?
I don't know. Stock books? I do know because I'm in charge of the library at my university.
Oh, yeah?
We catalog, or I guess the librarian catalogs stuff.
You have an actual librarian on?
Yeah, we do.
Wow.
Yeah. We had to because we're trying to get accredited.
Okay.
So we needed a librarian.
Maybe I should work there someday.
Actually, well, we don't pay a lot. We pay like shit.
Okay, but at the library, I've been to like job to job, so we're trying to go higher. So right now I work in acquisitions, so just it's all like purchasing books, making sure what we paid for comes in. It's for like a huge university, so there's all these vendors and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like there's like monographs, like a single book, and there's serials like magazines that keep coming. So I'm on the serial side.
Okay. Wait, so there's like it's so defined that you're actually even like you're on the serial side?
It's two different beasts.
Okay, wow.
Absolutely. It's a lot easier when it's just one book.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things behind it, but I mean serials keep coming in and all that stuff.
So people still like go to magazines and stuff. Do you guys purchase like recent ones or old ones or?
Well, it's like magazines, it's like newspapers,
journals.
It's journals, it's like books that are in a series too.
No, that's a lot. No, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
actually.
I think we just put everyone to sleep right now.
No, I find that fascinating because I remember going to the library. And that's how I discovered Mad Magazine. That's how I
real
discovered
scholarly
all
journals.
Real scholarly journals like Mad Magazine, and I think it really, helped develop my sense of humor, maybe, or something.
Yeah, it got me into the Garfield, got me into the Far Side.
Yeah. Oh, did it really for you?
Probably.
Yeah. No. Cool. What made you get into? Did you go to UCLA?
I went to UCLA. I was very much like the youngest in my family, so it was like, hey, everyone's going here to high school. You have to go there. Everyone's going to UCLA. I'm like, okay. So like I was so clueless. I only applied to that one college. Like all these other people apply to like 10 and they fly to different colleges.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, I'm just applying to this.
Yeah.
And so luckily I got in.
Oh, that's cool. That's kind of like me, but go on.
But okay, so the reason I got into the library was my brother started working there. He's like, yeah, these are easy jobs. So I got one there too, and I got the job because I showed up in a Black Flag T-shirt. And the lady hiring was like into rock and roll.
Yeah,
so she was really cool.
Yeah. So is it like a rock and roll library?
It used to be.
Oh, okay.
Like back in the day, it was a lot cooler, and now it's like. Budget cuts and people have to do like two people's jobs. And there's no time for fun.
Right.
But
that's like.
So I graduated, and they're like, "Hey, we'll give you a job here if you want." I'm like, "Sure."
Yeah.
And then I was in a band, and we used to tour, and it was like, "Hey, you can go tour and come back and still have a library job."
God. That's great.
So I'd be gone for 2 months.
Job. Yeah.
Exactly. So that was why I stuck with the libraries.
Yeah. And what was that band?
That was Oscar.
That's right, Oscar.
Yes.
Yeah, and we just found out. Well, not just found out about it, but like a year ago, you were in a movie.
Yeah, we're in a Crazy Beautiful Touchstone Pictures.
That's so cool.
I still get royalties from that from SAG.
That's great.
Get like $10 every 6 months or something.
Really?
Yeah.
That's something. That's a meal.
Yeah, that's
it's lunch.
Yeah.
for being in a film.
For being like acting one day in like 2001.
Yeah.
I still get little checks.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh, and what's also weird is you were friends with my uncle, which is such a small world.
Yes, Mike. I was in bands with Mike.
Yeah.
We used to play Slayer covers and Metallica covers.
That's crazy.
I was almost wondering because he lives close by to here.
He doesn't. He used to. Yeah.
Because I remember he used to live on Division Street.
Yeah, well, real close. So so he was on he's on Cleveland.
Oh.
Or was on Cleveland. That's where he grew up.
Yeah.
And which is just right off of Division.
Yeah, I used to go there sometimes, and he had his drum set in his garage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we still jam there sometimes. That's what's so weird.
Where is he now?
He's in South Pasadena.
And he's a psychologist, right?
He is. It's interesting because he works with I might be totally wrong, but from what I've talked to him and other people. Wrong. What's that?
Let's get wrong.
Yeah. So he works with kids, which is sometimes the worst. I mean, it's great. He's doing a good service, but it's just so much that sometimes he'll just then bartend somewhere else, for a year, and then he'll go back to it.
Really?
Yeah, so I think he's doing psychology stuff now. But then like randomly he'll be like, "Oh yeah, now I'm bartending."
Wow.
Yeah, it's very.
And he was in a band too.
He was in
The Antarcticans.
the Antarcticans, yes.
Yeah.
And I saw them. They toured America with I can't remember. There's like a Japanese band. They were actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
They still tour.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's a really good drummer.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while. I just always remember he would do this thing where he puts his finger on the sticks. He had kind of like little bent fingers. He always played with the.
Oh really?
Anyways.
These bent fingers.
Yes.
Because this is the. Well, I don't really say my name on here, but
no,
the last name, it's fine. I'll bleep it out.
Yo,
But-
I love that. It's almost like a swear word.
Yeah.
Like.
Exactly.
And
Yeah,
bleep it
that's
out.
gonna be bleeped out.
Yeah, I love
No, but our whole family has these things. I wonder if I can do that. Bend it on here. But anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so strange. You guys went to high school? Wait,
We went to high school together.
which high school? I don't even.
Loyola High School. We
Oh,
were
that's
good
right.
friends. We were
That's
really
right.
good friends.
Yeah.
And then he got expelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah. Because I remember him going to like 3 different schools. He went to Providence too, and then he went somewhere else.
Well, most of high school was Loyola, and then he got expelled, I think, for cheating on the SAT.
Wow.
And then he was like a really good friend, and then he went to senior year somewhere else.
Yeah, I think it was Providence.
Yeah.
I think it was Providence and somewhere else.
But he's my link to anything metal.
Really?
Anything metal.
That's so cool. He's actually kind of my link to just music or like 90s music in general.
Oh, okay.
He had like a Smashing Pumpkins CD, and I started listening to Smashing Pumpkins because of him.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. What metal stuff
Oh my god.
besides Slayer?
But it was a lot of Slayer, a lot of Metallica, Sepultura.
So cool to my family.
They used to maybe do Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
I don't know why all that felt okay, but Misfits felt a little weird.
Oh really?
I think I just couldn't get into Misfits.
Yeah.
But there was some like the gymnastics of the metal is kind of fun.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah,
know.
I agree.
So I think I was playing drums at the time, so I would try doing like Slayer drums and stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's more technical and that's more fun. Yeah, Misfits is very boom, bop, boom, bop. Boom.
Yeah, and just
It's a little sloppier.
yeah.
What do you think of Misfits now?
I like the Misfits, but they're actually not a band I've delved into. It's
Yeah.
kind of like I just know Teenagers from Mars and
Right.
maybe a couple hits.
There's some good stuff there. I do like the Misfits, but I liked how, because I think I was listening to like a lot of Rush and a lot of prog rock and a lot of experimental music at the time, and then I got into Misfits. I was like, oh, thank you, just something that's just like you know.
Yeah.
And I delved into that pretty deep. So how'd you get into just music in general?
My sister, there's like my family, there's like 4 of us, like the oldest is sister, the rest are dudes.
Mm-hmm.
She borrowed a guitar from my cousin, and it was like, hey, don't touch this.
Oh.
So it's like, okay, when you're
Yeah,
out of the
yeah,
room, I'm gonna mess
You're
with
the
your,
youngest?
yeah. So I'm
Cool.
like, I'm gonna mess with your Black Ibanez.
Yeah.
And she was into like The Cure and the Smiths and Depeche Mode, and so she would like make me mixtapes, and I'd get into
Yeah.
it that way. So it was definitely learning The Cure and stuff like that. So that was like following, the
Oh.
music thrown at me, and then it wasn't
Yeah.
until like Nirvana and grungy stuff I started going my own way.
Yeah.
But I started off doing a family band. So like my brother played
Oh,
guitar,
that's right.
I played drums, and my sister played guitar, and our neighbor played bass.
Okay. Oh wow. And
So,
then didn't you? I remember you telling me once that you guys would play like, make up your own Christmas songs or do Christmas songs.
Well, as a family later, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm sort of responsible for that because I'll like mix it and record it and help arrange
Oh, really?
stuff.
Where is that? So can that stuff be
I'll
found?
show you. You just go look up
Okay.
Bandcamp, like Benitez family.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird songs of like.
Oh, great.
I try to make a reason why we get Christmas trees. So I thought there'd be a dinosaur Chris that yanks out the Christmas trees and throws them to your town.
That's
And
cute.
that's the reason. And he
Oh,
also
yeah.
keeps the nihilist short by eating kids.
That's great.
But there's probably like 30 original Christmas tunes.
Wow.
Yeah, over the years.
You guys should. I don't know. Market that. I remember someone telling me like, anybody can make a song and it can like be in a movie or whatever, and then like it's lost and done. But like there will always be Christmas songs. It comes out every year and people always remember it. And I was like, God, I gotta write a Christmas song, and I just never could find the inspiration to do it. And you have 30 Christmas songs
with my brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's strange.
Yeah. That's cool. How's you said that like you live real close to like your family. You're all in the same general area?
Yeah, we're all like a block away. Like I'm on one street, my two brothers on the next street over, and my parents live a couple blocks away.
That's great.
But I mean, I've only moved a few, blocks away from where I grew up.
Yeah.
You know what sucks was on Friday, my parents left to go to Bakersfield for a funeral, and like a pipe burst near their toilet. Just burst.
Yeah.
So it's like someone leaving a hose running in your house, and they were gone for like 8 hours.
Oh, God.
So everything was like an inch underwater.
Oh, that's terrible.
And it's going to cost like a lot. They have to like rip out the wooden floorboards and all that stuff.
That's
so awful. That just happened. Like,
oh, my God.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That is terrible.
But my older sister, she got away. She's in San Francisco.
Okay, what's she doing there?
She married a doctor.
She married a doctor? Oh.
But not just that. She's like... I
was trying to sound like a Jewish mother or something. Oh, a doctor.
She moved around. They went to Arizona, wherever he was gonna go, but then he's in San Francisco. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then now you're married to Jane.
Married to Jane.
When you were her supervisor, how dare you? How
I
scandalous!
I know.
When did you?
So many codes of ethics broken.
Yeah, seriously, especially in this day and age.
Yeah.
I can't say anything about my supervisor or my direct reports, is what we call them. 'Cause I'm a supervisor of many people.
Yeah.
But not in this day and age. No more hashtag whatever it is. Me three.
Yeah, it was probably like a bad career decision for her. Because like I think every like couple months you'd have to do a review of like which student's doing good, and I'd just be quiet about Jane because I didn't want to incriminate myself. So I didn't push her to get like these little raises or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
Oh, what does she do? No.
She does like two jobs. She kind of does SEO stuff, search engine optimization.
Oh,
so
yeah.
she writes blogs.
That's right. I've asked her about that. Yeah.
And she's got like a sort of a desk job for like restaurants in Santa Monica.
Dude, she's like a really good drummer.
I will say thanks on her behalf.
When you guys are, it's funny. I think that's something that the TBS family talks about. Like, you guys are pretty tight, like, because we see a lot of bands, and then we see a lot of friends bands. Sometimes they could be good nights and bad nights. You guys are pretty consistent. It's amazing.
I think it's just because we can practice in the back. Or we've been doing it for so long.
Probably both.
I've been doing it for a long time, but I think Jane's really good about taking lessons. She takes lessons pretty steadily.
Oh, good for her.
Yeah.
That's actually what I'm doing later today. I'm taking a guitar lesson.
What?
I've been hitting a wall with like practice. I don't feel like I've been getting better. And so like I'm actually having somebody.
Well, what do you want to get better? You want to do like crazy tapping?
No, well, I just feel like I just feel sloppy. I just want to get like just tighter, I guess. And there's certain things, I don't know, I just want to like maybe look at it differently. I'm actually having like somebody from outside of like the family, even extended family, to just come over and look at me and just like, okay, this is what you're doing right, this is what you're doing wrong, focus on this, blah, blah, blah.
Like
I just wanted somebody.
Someone you're paying? Like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never taken a guitar class or lesson, but I thought about it just because like I don't really know how to do solos. But I don't really know if I want to do solos, like insane solos.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely take songwriting classes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for a while. And
how has that been?
That's really awesome. It's really good.
Yeah.
I take these classes with Burton from the Knack, the band. Their biggest hits like My Sharona.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. So he's super cool.
I was like, I know the Knack. I actually just randomly really got into that song. I was like, this is an amazing song.
And that guitar solo that's
phenomenal. That's him.
That's him.
Wow.
I was at his house yesterday.
Yeah.
He lives in Palisades, and what's really awesome is like you do a little MP3 of your song, you send him like a PDF of the lyrics.
Yeah.
and then everyone just starts giving opinions about the song, like off the first listen.
Oh, okay.
So and then you start doing it for other people too. So you kind of like you get better at critiquing at what doesn't work and what does work. You learn all these like nerdy things like prosody and like back phrasing and shit stuff to watch out for.
What is that mean?
Back phrasing is okay when you're doing a song. It's like conversational, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much, unless you're Rush, which is not conversational.
Okay.
All Rush lyrics is not conversational.
Oh, okay.
Bob Dylan's kind of is.
Got it. Okay.
So if you say something, I always remember Spencer's band had a lyric that was like a basket case I will always be.
Mm-hmm.
That's not conversational.
Got it.
That's backwards.
Yeah.
Because you would say I will
it's like how Yoda speaks.
yeah, exactly. So that's back phrasing.
Okay.
And people do it all the time to make their rhymes work.
Yeah. Okay.
And prosody is just like stressing the wrong syllable, so it doesn't sound like how you'd really say it in a conversation.
Oh, I do that.
Which you can get away with
all the time. Yeah, of course in music.
And pop. But I mean, you could, if you want people to really understand what you're saying, you might want to avoid it. That's it.
Yeah, no, I go I am Bob Margo. I want out of this shit hoe instead of shit hole. It kind of works. I don't know.
Well, that's cool. That's just style.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I was wondering how you guys write songs, because you see, there's a mystery of Twisted Black Soul from the Black Heartthrobs perspective.
Oh yeah, I guess.
You know, like I don't know how practices go. I think you guys do it like once a week or.
Yeah, we do it once a week.
And then I'm like, how do the songs get written? Do you guys jam it out, or do you just bring in the gem?
No, so it's weird with me. So with Twisted Black Soul, I write half the songs, and the other songs.
Do you start off with half the song? Like here's a verse and a chorus or something?
Here's most of it. Actually, yeah, for the most part, it was. In the beginning, it was like, I would even tell Ismail, like, what drums to play, and very fast, he was like, no thanks. Except for one song, Forever Alone, I told him what to play, and he played it. But other than that, like, he pretty much came up with every drum part for every other song. Yeah. And I pretty much had the whole song written.
There's a balance with that, because I sort of do that with Jane, because when you write the song and you're a drummer, you have these ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
But then it's all like, it's not going to be fun for me if I just,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because they're not getting paid, There's no, like, if they were getting paid, it was just like a session job. Play it like this, it's a job.
And there's also the extra dynamic of just being married, too.
Oh, my God, yeah.
No, but
that's actually kind of how it feels like sometimes with Ismail. Because we used to live together,
Yeah.
But anyways, vastly different than being married to somebody. I'm only joking.
Okay, so then you write a big majority of the song, and then they just add their own stuff. Then how does the song finish? How does it grow into just everyone jams it out for a bit?
Yeah, I think so. I think we kind of feel it out. We might make a change here or there, but it's pretty much set. And that's the other part is that, so what's crazy... and I know I'm going to sound like a crazy person, but other people have said it too. Some of the songs just come to me. I just hear full and complete songs, and I'm like, this is how the song goes. And and what's part of the fun sometimes for me is like kind of figuring out what that song was and then introducing it to them. Like,
you mean like you don't know what it is and you look back on it and then figure out what it is?
Or I hear it in my head. I hear the whole song in my head. I'll just sing it in here, like the guitar, the vocals. I might not have the lyrics done, but I know how it's going to sound. And then I bring it to them. And then for those songs, then those are a little more organic. Yeah. Because then those evolve into different things. Yeah. Duty Head's a perfect example. That song just, even the lyrics came to me. Everything came to me as I was just walking around work one day. Yeah. It was so strange. Yeah. And so that's the weird part. I know other bands, they kind of jam out on stuff. And, Control Alt Delete was, I heard that riff in my head, that do 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 do.
That's a cool riff.
And then it was just in my head randomly. Yeah. And then everything else, like I wrote around that. And like, oh, how can this be made into something? It's weird. What about you?
I think it's always trying to have my mind on it. So I'll write little like lyrics in my phone or sometimes in a journal. Yeah. And maybe things will come to me and I'll say it into my phone. But I think most of the time I have to like just set time to actually try to do something. And I need deadlines, or that's why it's good to have this class, because I'll have to write something before like that Saturday or something. Yeah. Or else I would just watch TV all day. No. I'd go get snacks.
I get it. Yeah, I have to give myself time. I've been starting to I was going to work out in the morning, but then I was like, fuck that. I'll use this time to actually practice guitar. So now I've been doing that every morning.
I'm still curious of what you want to get better at guitar. It seems like fine.
No, I'm a bit sloppy. I can feel it too. Just like I'll miss something or miss this, and it's fine to mess up, here and there. It makes it more fun, but yeah, I can be a little tighter.
Yeah.
And even like practicing the same songs over and over, I'll get into rehearsal and then I'm still fucking up. So I'm like, what am I doing wrong? So.
Yeah.
And now all the bandmates are all like looking at me, like, whoa.
Well, yeah, you got to be the rock.
Exactly.
If you don't know the song.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait, so who's in the band now? Isn't there a lot of changes?
Yeah, it's back to the four boys: Ismail, Noel, and Luis. So it's like Mango Napalm with with Ismail. But we all have different personas and playing different things. So
Twisted
Ismail.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So, how did Oscar begin?
Oscar began because how did Oscar begin? There was like a local record store called Sound Stations in Westchester, and there was like you put up a little flyer if you want like band members or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like looking for a drummer. So I played drums at the time, so I got back to them, and I played drums in this band, and I was like the oldest one. I was like 17 and the youngest was 13. I'm like, I'm not gonna be in a band with the little kids. But then so like I practiced with them like once or twice, and then I started dating like one of their sisters. So then I stuck around, and the relationship ended and the band ended, and then the youngest one kept calling me to go over and teach him the guitar stuff. So I did. I'd teach him how to play guitar, and then he started playing punk songs, and then I started playing bass for it.
Yeah.
And then we got super lucky because we knew someone that worked at Epitaph. Records.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, actually, because I was in other bands in Eagle Rock.
Okay.
I was in this band called the Dyslexics, which eventually became the Mormons.
No way.
Like way back in the day.
Yeah.
So we used to practice like right around here. It's always you take the 5 to the 2, you exit Colorado.
Right. Yeah.
Right there. And then I was in this band called Blindsided, and that guy was like an intern at Epitaph.
Okay.
So the way we had like label interest after like one show.
God.
Which is insane.
So cool. Yeah.
After we made like a 4-track cassette demo.
Yeah.
So the way we got into the label was super lucky. I'm pretty sure this is what it is. Like no one's explicitly told me. This is what I've gathered. Was say the main guy from Epitaph is the guy from Bad Religion, like Brett Gurewitz or something like that. So he had all success with like Offspring and making tons of money. Yeah. But he also had a drug problem. Yeah. So once all the money comes in, he got sort of addicted really badly, and he just disappeared. Yeah. Label's still going on, and it's been like a year or two. They haven't signed anybody. They had to get somebody else to come in. And so that guy's like, I need to start signing bands. So he signed us, and then the guy came back. So we're like the only band like slipped in.
Slipped in right there. Oh, wow.
So we got lucky. We were probably the youngest band back then. And like even the singer's dad had to like sign the contracts.
Oh my God, yeah.
Or had to be there for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So we just got lucky. And we got
how many albums are...
We had a 3-album deal. Ooh. But we're so stupid. So like we so didn't earn it.
What do you mean?
Well, like for instance, if someone came to you like, "Hey, we want to do a 3-album deal," you'd be like, "Oh my God, that's what I've been waiting for. I'm going to do all this."
Yeah, yes.
But if you have like interest after one show, 3 albums, okay, who cares? Like, yeah, let's go tour. Okay, it's getting kind of old. Let's stop after 2 albums. Could you even imagine that happening now? Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that's what happened. Just like, yeah, I don't want to do this anymore. Like,
jeez.
The singer was like,
it wasn't really his thing.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you gotta get people that are super committed. They know what they want to do.
But it was just like we're just young, and but probably added to it too of not caring. Adds a little something, and being young adds something. You know, because if you really want it and you're really like trying hard, it shows. Yeah. You know.
No, I agree. It's funny because I really did like just wanted the dream, and then I kind of stopped. The dream now
What is the dream? You know,
what was or what is now?
What is now? 'Cause
now, honestly, the dream is just to continue playing music.
Yeah.
Wherever I can. Now it's just I'm doing it. Like I play music.
Yeah.
I've been playing. There's a show in the past I play, and there's shows in the future I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my mindset now.
Mm-hmm.
The weird dream is I want to retire in Las Vegas and just like play music at like a club only at night. I never want to see the sun. I just want to be up at night and just play music. That is, and drink a little bit of alcohol.
Well, to refine this dream,
Yeah.
Are you like the singer doing
No.
like lounge stuff?
Whatever.
You could just be like playing bass in the background.
Exactly.
Wearing like a robe.
Yes. I don't care what I'm playing, what I'm doing. It would be really fun though if I was singing.
Yeah.
And maybe saying some jokes in between. That might be cool too. But no, I'd be totally fine. Yeah, with just being in the back playing bass.
Yeah.
On like Aerosmith covers.
That's cool.
Whatever. I don't know. I'm sure I just feel like that's what happens in Las Vegas.
Yeah. I don't know what the dream is now. To me, it's just I don't see myself ever stopping.
Yeah.
And I just want to keep getting better at it, But I mean, there must be a point where like if you're no longer growing, you're just kind of like something has to happen. So you have to keep growing in different ways.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, that's the weird part about some people that we've known just completely stop.
Yeah.
Or like not even start new projects, just stop.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's interesting.
Speaking of, I think you briefly mentioned other podcasts that you could have Sierra. She hasn't stopped. I was thinking you should have Sierra.
Oh, I definitely want to get Sierra.
Yeah, that's not about stopping, but maybe Vince kind of stopped or he went to the side. I think it'd be cool to get Vince on here.
That would be cool to get Vince. Yeah.
Yeah.
I that one I didn't even think about. Because he was removed, and then you told us.
Yeah, he's sort of back.
Yeah,
he's going through some life stuff. So
Vince was a promoter and a really good musician in the little scene that we're in.
Yeah.
I remember. I'm sure I've told you this story. I remember. Luis and I. Luis hates hipsters or anybody that's good looking or or that's like that looks like a boy band. Yeah. And here's a Champagne Leader.
Champagne Leader does not look like a boy band.
They did for us at the time, especially with all with how they presented themselves. They came. They played a show at the Down and Out. They must have looked like this. They didn't after a while, but I think they all dressed similar. At the Down and Out show, they all dressed the same.
You're right.
This is early on. And then they played, and we were like, God damn it, we got to give credit where credit's due. Like, they were really good.
Yeah.
We couldn't deny it. And so we met Vince, and then he was like, oh, he puts on shows. And we're like, oh, okay, great. And then he started putting us on shows. And so
Vince really helped connect a lot of people.
Apparently that's how.
He's probably the guy that brought us together.
Him, yes. Oh, sort of.
Him and
Chief.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and Chief for sure. Because I remember how I met you guys was through Decision Incision, Ismail's band.
Yeah. And we probably met through Chief.
Yeah.
But I think we didn't know about Chief if it wasn't
for Vince.
If it wasn't for Deuce.
For Deuce. Yeah,
but we wouldn't have met Deuce if it wasn't for Vince.
Yeah.
And Vince found us, I think, on MySpace.
Okay.
I think.
No, yeah. The Vince gave Kathleen her first show.
Oh, yeah.
At the Airliner.
And that's how you guys met her?
Well, that's how she met Decision Incision. And apparently they had partied together. Deuce was Kathleen's best friend's boyfriend. So that's how she knows Deuce.
Oh. Okay.
Did you know Alana Ruth?
Barely, yeah.
Yeah, so that's Kathleen's like best friend back in the day.
I didn't know there was that connection.
Yeah, so that's how Kathleen. So I think Deuce, was like, hey, there's this chick from Ventura who wants to play shows, and they connected, and that's how she got her first show in LA was through Vince.
Yeah.
And then it's so weird to me. I don't know why that while Mango Napalm was like happening and trying to make things happen, like Decision Incision and like Kathleen are hanging out, and they're like future bandmates. They don't even know it. And then we show up, and then I meet Decision Incision. I meet you guys. I remember you playing like a opening with the Metallica riff. on one of the songs, and then you stopped, and people were like, "Oh, you really got him." And then you played like a Black Heartthrobs song. It was really cool, and I thought Decision Incision was the coolest band because they must have had a lot of people for that show, and you guys, every other song, you guys were like, "Are you ready for Decision Incision?" And people were like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Wow, they must be like." Real big, you know, it's like just saying that.
I think we saw them probably once, and it was pretty funny. I think I remember. What was the Hide Your Kids, Hide Your Wives?
Yeah,
I think that one.
I think that's the Decision Incision song.
Yeah,
they wrote a song about
them.
Yeah. So hide your kids, hide your wives. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was a cool amount, a little bit of jokiness, but then I think Twisted Black Soul is like upped it.
Well, that's why. I feel like, with Decision Incision and Mango Napalm combining, like, just with our ridiculousness, we just went crazy.
Yeah, no, I remember really loving the Twisted Black Soul with the mask and kind of the lisp, like, okay, guys.
Yeah. Oh, because I just thought that was really funny.
Oh
that,
my
like,
God, that's so
people
funny.
were expecting, like, all right, guys.
Yeah.
Or something like evil, and then just like, or that's the way that I'll sing some of the songs, and I'm like, okay, guys, so next song.
It's totally going against being like politically correct, and even like harping on like the Mexicans in the band.
Yeah, which I still do.
Yeah,
I have to.
Yeah,
I actually identify as a half Mexican, half Filipino.
Really?
Jokingly. But I tell people that just to, I don't know, throw them off maybe.
Yeah.
But it's kind of true in a way because I grew up in this neighborhood and I didn't know any white people.
Yeah.
and I grew up with Mexicans and Filipinos eating their food and stuff, going to their parties.
Yeah.
So.
See, what's weird for me is both my parents are from Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So I grew up. My dad was a gardener, so I grew up doing like gardening, very, I guess, Mexican things.
Uh-huh.
But then I think I'm so light skinned or so insulated because my whole family just like really stuck to each other that people don't think of me as Hispanic.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "What? You're not wearing Dodger gear? You're not Hispanic? Why aren't you drinking all this beer?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I used to clean up. I did gardening for like years. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, no, true. I don't know. I figured you were Hispanic just because of based on your last name.
Yeah.
That's all I knew.
But some people are like, "Oh, Benitez or something," Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. So you grew up Mexican. Where's your parents from?
My dad's from.
Grew up Mexican. I mean,
you
are Mexican.
He's from Zacatecas, like Juchipila.
Oh wow.
Which is kind of funny. He's like, I think it was a big deal. Like when you leave Mexico and you make it in America, you get like a car, you get like your own license plate.
Yeah.
So his would say Hooch Sack, which sounds like huge sack. Which I never got until like people in high school was like, what's the huge sack license plate?
Sack license plate. That's great.
But he's from Juchipila, Zacatecas, and then my mom's from Guadalajara.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think I've been to Guadalajara.
Yeah.
I think
that's a touristy place to go to.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool.
But she came over when she was like one, pretty young.
Well, I was gonna say, how did they meet? They must have met here.
They met over here. I think like on a Valentine's Day blind date.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cute.
And my dad like crossed the border several times.
Oh.
He crossed the border and they were dating, and then like he got deported and he just like come back. Yeah. You know what's very strange is, he is totally Republican now. It's almost like I feel like he can't connect to like the early struggles he did when he was growing up.
Yeah. Wow.
He's totally like.
Is that just a thing that happens to old men?
I know, or just like once.
I'm scared that's gonna happen to me.
Or maybe you just get like successful and you're like, I'm looking out for myself now.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it's very strange. Like he watches a lot of Fox News and stuff.
Does he listen to Alex Jones?
He listens to Alan Jones.
He listens to Alan Jones. All right, that guy's fine. He's a little more moderate.
No, he doesn't. He just watches Fox News and baseball and stuff.
Yeah. No, my father's a bit of he's more like, he's one of those like conservatives that's like, he like believes that there's abortion should be legalized and all that stuff, but he's very conservative on like other issues.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, that's I'm fine with those kind of conservatives.
Yeah.
I think it's the Alex Jones, listening conspiracy ones.
Yeah.
Same on the left, but those are the ones that I don't know. I kind of get.
Yeah, or like Rush Limbaugh stuff.
Yeah.
You know what's weird is like UCLA subscribes to like Rush Limbaugh's like newsletter, and since I get that stuff, I'll like peer through it, and it's just so horrifying.
What is it? What's some recent stuff it says? I didn't even know he was still.
Well, he definitely has a newsletter. I don't know what he does,
Okay.
but we get that and we catalog
You get that newsletter. What's the latest thing?
Rush
Limbaugh news.
I guess I haven't like crystallized it in my brain.
Sure.
But it's just insane stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I don't think I'll get older to be Republican, but sometimes I wonder if like you get older, you get more religious for some reason. Do you ever think that?
Well,
because you were religious sort of growing up.
I was,
and then like
I was actually very religious.
Yeah.
I like believed in Jesus Christ and the whole thing, the whole shebang. Mm-hmm. I was in it. I was gonna marry the first girlfriend in high school.
Wow.
Like I did a huge 180.
Yeah.
And then she broke up with me, and that's actually when I became an atheist.
There is no God.
Yeah, I was like, there's no God. Fuck this place. Yeah. But then I'm a little more, I don't know, spiritual, I guess. I hate using that, but there really is no other word for
it's like is. Yeah, it's like I'm going to try to be a good person, but I'm not going to have to read anything or go anywhere.
Or go to...
or do anything.
I still read things, or I try to. Or it's funny, because... I want to read Prometheus, like my which is a comic book series written by Alan Moore, and that's sort of not my religion, but just kind of my way of like searching for, I don't know, bigger truths and stuff. And I read that series kind of talks about like existentialism and like, other universe stuff and like our universe, how it all connects. And so I've actually been trying to buy it on Amazon. And it keeps getting lost. It's happened twice. I shit you not.
Wow.
I don't know what's going on.
It's a sign.
I don't know. Or maybe Amazon just really sucks in their comic book department. So I wanted to look this up, but screw it. Never mind.
What are you going to look at?
I wanted to talk about the Black Heartthrobs albums, which you have 3?
We have... Well, we have 2, then the White Album.
2, then the White Album.
Then an EP. Yeah.
On the EP, so there's I'm terrible with the names. There's
There's Clean Dirty Clean's the first one.
Clean, yes.
Then there's Saturn Mexico.
Yeah.
Then there's the White Album, and then there's Making Sure.
Making Sure is the EP.
Yeah, which we go for it.
So Clean Dirty Clean.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
That was me and Jane just trying to write some songs, and most of it was recorded to tape. And we did it ourselves, and I mean, it was sort of like just trying to write songs.
Really?
And just trying our best, and
I'm gonna look it up on Spotify. That's why I'm going on my phone.
That was like maybe not even knowing what I was doing, not even knowing what chords even do. Just sort of maybe that's why it sounds more natural.
Oh, so was that your first band playing guitar?
No, I mean I played guitar for like I learned guitar, but it was my first time really writing music, all the music and lyrics in English, because I used to be in a Spanish band.
Oh shit!
We're not even going to talk about that. That should be omitted.
Okay.
But yeah, this is sort of the first time where I did everything for that. Wow. And I played bass and recorded it.
That's right. Yeah, I remember hearing you played bass.
But yeah, so that was all sort of like more natural, like not knowing what anything does.
That's very cool.
And then I passed it off some other guy to actually like finally mix it and master it.
There's some really good songs in here. It's You is probably one of my favorites. And you guys played that song recently. Yeah,
we brought it back.
I love that song so much.
I keep thinking like, why isn't Kathleen here to hear it? Because I don't think she's heard us do it yet.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. She loves you guys so much. She listens to all the albums. I've listened to them, and then I stopped just listening to music in general.
Yeah.
Because my iPod broke, and I don't know, whatever bullshit. I tried listening to music on YouTube. That's actually how I heard your whole White Album. And then I just started listening to podcasts, and then I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm just gonna get Spotify.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to so much music, and so now I've been listening to a lot more Black Heartthrobs. And
I'm
just like, fuck yeah, no, you guys are like on my rotation now. And I'm like adding, I'll like listen to a song I really like, and then I'll add that in my playlist, so it's a whole thing now. I love, and there's certain songs I love. Also, and we all love this song, is Feel Like Dancing. Yeah. Of course. And we always request it because we're drunk and we're assholes.
Yeah, that's what got us to always end with it for a very long time. Now we're definitely trying to walk away from
no, totally. Especially since some of us don't even drink anymore. But those are some fun times.
Oh yeah.
I think we were drunk and we'd just be rude and obnoxious and we request it.
Yeah, and
sorry, I apologize on behalf of
Jesse would like hop around. You guys would hop around.
Yeah,
good times.
I danced with Kathleen. We'd like dance and go crazy during that song. We love that song.
Yeah,
there's a lot of good songs in there. And then what about Saturn Mexico?
Saturn Mexico was like, all right, you put out the first one, and now I'm taking these songwriting classes. Let me try to do a little bit better. And now I kind of know what chords are supposed to do. Like I really got into it, and so it's like, let's see if we can put out something that we think is a lot better, or at least better. But I think the lyrics weren't quite there, or were not singer-songwriter the way I want to be now.
Oh, interesting.
So we're very proud of the way it sounds.
Yeah.
And of the music, the musicality of it. But I mean, now that feels kind of old, so we kind of just want to move on and play other stuff.
It's interesting because all these songs I feel like are like, this is what I think of when I think of the Black Heartthrobs. Like I feel like I've seen you guys play these songs the most, like Polar Bear. Fool for You, Kite. I mean, like all these songs. Like these are like.
I know. Those are like the mainstay. But now we're playing new stuff. That's why we don't have a new real album out. So we're working on that now. I think we've got like 8 songs.
That's so cool.
But Saturn Mexico is supposed to sound like Southern Mexico, and I don't know why I thought that was funny, and that's why it came.
That's why it's called Saturn Mexico.
Yeah.
That's funny. What does Clean Dirty Clean mean?
Just we needed a name, and it's sort of like a Zen thing of like first there is a mountain, and then there is a mountain, then there isn't, or whatever.
Yeah.
So you go clean,
dirty, clean.
Yeah.
Okay, no, cool.
Something like that.
And then Saturn Mexico, you just like the name.
Yeah, I think we were thinking about calling it Lost Dog in Spanish, which is like Perro Perdido. It's kind of like I like how the Police had different album titles with like different languages, you know.
Oh yeah.
So I was thinking about going that route. And I'm like, I'll just call it Saturn Mexico.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then what sort of inspired the White Album?
The White Album was my friend Chito, which he's always just like, I'd go to his house and he'd be like really stoned and he'd just play like records and say like, this is the best record ever, and he'd always obsess over. It was so good to have someone with such passion.
Yeah.
Just like everything like blew his mind.
Yeah.
And he'd play everything so loud.
Yeah.
And he loves the Beatles, so we'd always talk about the Beatles.
Yeah.
And he's like, we should just cover this album. And I'm like, all right, let's put our money down. Let's just do this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'll get this side, you get the other side. And he's like, all right.
Oh, wow.
And so it took us like a year to do it off and on, and he like hardly did anything.
Yeah.
But he's still working on it.
Oh, okay.
So I think he's supposed to be finished. But I mean, the whole goal was to have it done before the new 50th anniversary release, which is like in November.
Oh shit.
So I don't know if he's gonna make the deadline. But it was, then it was about us both doing it. But then now it's just about like, oh, well, we did it, and plus he's sort of doing more faithful covers, and we wanted to do different stuff.
You guys do it your own version.
Yeah, we just. I mean, it'd get way too boring and tedious to do it exactly. You know?
Oh yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna do that, make it your own. That's what Ismail's taught me. Whenever I want to cover a song, I always kind of want to cover it like how they did it, or at least learn it that way first. And Ismail's always like, no, like you gotta like change it up completely. And I'm like, I don't even know where to start with this. So
well, there's different songs for different reasons.
Yeah. No, it's cool. I remember Mango Napalm used to cover Why Don't We Do It in the Road.
Oh yeah.
And I was always like, what's their version? And then you guys are like very like.
Because like there's
great. We went the exact opposite. It was perfect.
Well, you know what's great is to hear people's reactions to it,
and
to hear what songs people pick out. No one talks about Why Don't We Do It on the Road. No one ever tells us anything about our cover.
Oh, about your cover. Oh, okay.
Because we're just like, there's no way you can sing it like Paul. So why don't we just have a laugh at it? But it's weird. Like we'll think like, oh my God, Happiness Is a Warm Gun is great, or Martha, My Dear is great. And no one talks about it. It's weird. Just people come out with different stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like I'll hear it and be like, "Oh, that's a really good song," and then you guys have done Blackbird, and that's really fun.
Yeah.
But I just had that connection to this because I'll go.
Yeah.
Because
how was your version?
What's that?
How was your version? Just like original.
Oh, so I think he sings it 3 times, I think.
Yeah.
Right. So we did it 4 times. So it was just like it would build up. It was just a climax of me just going crazy. So I'd sing it. I was the singer for that one. Like, why don't I just sing it regularly?
And sing and play drums.
Sing and play drums, and then like Luis would play it, and then like the last 2 times he'd like crank up the distortion, and then just like, why don't we do it in the road? And just like be like, and then like in the last one, I would even like say things like, like it was just madness, like, and like Luis, after a while, Luis was like, okay, can we not play that one anymore?
It's too over the top.
Too over the top, and that's kind of, which is part of the reason why I started Twisted Black Soul.
Yeah.
I wanted to be a little crazier.
Yeah.
Mango Napalm, and what started with with Mango Napalm.
Yeah.
And Luis, love him, but he's just like, okay, let's.
Well, yeah, if it's too much for him.
It's a little too much.
Yeah.
And too much for other people, granted.
Yeah.
Some people weren't liking it, but that was our version of Why Don't We Do It in the Road.
No, it was fun to do the Beatles songs. It was fun just to have like Spencer sing a couple and Jane sing a couple and Jane playing violin and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, that's Jane.
Yeah, it's Jane doing violin. She grew up playing violin.
Okay.
And it was sort of like, hey, we just got married. Why don't we work on this project? That's like easy peasy. Don't stress about it. So.
Really cool.
So a lot of it would just be like, oh, hey, it's Thursday. We got nothing to do. Let me just try to write a song. Let me try to make their song different. And we just record it right away, and that's it. Sort of thing.
Awesome.
That's what I almost think that's the most listenable. For me,
what do you mean?
Of our albums, maybe because it's less labored, but then maybe I'm just saying that because it's like, oh, it's Beatles songs.
Yeah.
But to me, it feels really easy to listen to. Maybe I just like I'm hard, or I get taken to a different place when it's like my own stuff. But I've had other people say like it's extremely listenable, which I think is like the best compliment.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like all of your songs are maybe I don't understand.
Well, okay, imagine if someone's like, hey, check out this person's album. You start listening to a couple songs, you're like, I'm done. But people will be like, I listened the whole way through. Like, it's fun to listen to the start to finish.
That's true. Well, you know what? Well, I think it's because, for me, I would say yes. Okay, that is true. That's because I know the White Album. It's one of my favorite albums, so I'll want to like hear your take on it.
So maybe that's resting on like the Beatles more than But then it's also because we did something different with it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally.
But yeah, so I really like that fact.
Oh, cool.
And to me, like some songs we did like tape or cassette tape, or some are kind of gridded, some are just whatever, and I think all that plays into like it's fun to listen to. It's not just some like robotic thing or this belabored thing or whatever. Yeah.
And then making sure,
making sure it was sort of supposed to be a twin EP. I think I told you this. Maybe not. We wanted to do it because we were so sick of not putting something out, so we wanted to put something out.
Yeah.
So we want to have one that was making sure, and then we want to have another EP that's sort of horror Halloween themed.
Oh, you told me about that.
And it would be The Black Heartthrobs Are Dead.
Right. Yeah.
Making sure the Black Heartthrobs are dead. Then maybe we would combine them and like put out like one double EP.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so cool.
So we started working. We have probably like 2 or 3 of those horror songs, but we think we're not gonna do that EP.
Oh, really?
I mean, we think we're just gonna add those songs to the next album.
Next one. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, one of them I remember was like something about a killer boy or something.
Oh, there's a boy with an axe in his brain.
Boy with an axe in his brain. Oh, okay.
And then we have Beautiful Skull, which is about like decapitation.
Yeah. So metal. So metal of you.
But that one was just we wanted to put something out because I think I put more time into writing songs, and I would just always want to perfect them, or it's never good enough. Yeah. And then Spencer and Jane are just like, just put something out. Let's just do something. Like, why are you doing this to all of us? So that's how that came about. Even like the artwork, we're just like, we need something. We took a photo of like the laundromat next door.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that's it.
Oh,
that's dry
why
cleaner.
It looks like that.
Yeah, so if you drive down, it's on Venice and Grandview, you can see it.
That's so funny. Okay, and it's actually pretty cool. All right, man. Oh, who did the cover art for Saturn Mexico?
My friend Neil Breton. I've known him from a long time, since like the Oscar days, and he's got cool artwork if you look him up.
Okay.
But Yeah, he's a good friend, so he'll always want to do artwork for us.
Nice.
Yeah. And he also did the Clean Dirty Clean one, too.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
that was him, too.
Yeah.
They look like two vastly different styles. That one I assumed that, like, someone took a picture and then, like, just, like, distorted it or something.
That one was, we took a Russian propaganda flyer and then just had him paint it and take the Russian out of it and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah,
okay. And let's talk about Spencer, if you don't mind.
Yeah, let's talk about Spencer.
How long was Spencer in the band for?
I think 6 or 7 years, maybe.
And now he's no.
Now he's no longer. He's like down the street from here. Like his ears are burning right now.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened was, he would sometimes cancel practices, and we always felt like sometimes he's canceling, like he's not really giving us the real reason. I don't know if you've ever had that in a band.
Oh.
Maybe you've been the guy.
Like every band.
Well, it's different because Jane and I are just like, oh, let's just go to the back. But Spencer has to like drive all the way over there.
Yeah.
And we knew that he would drink and be like too hungover sometimes, and we knew that was probably the real reason.
Right.
But I don't know. I mean, what really was the thing was we were supposed to play a show, and that morning he's texting us like, hey, what are you guys gonna wear? Like joking around, like should we all wear jeans or something? Just being funny.
Right.
And then 10 minutes later, he's like, hey, I'm not coming. It's like, what? It's like, it seems sort of like schizophrenic in a way, or just where are you coming from?
Oh man.
So it was weird, and then we were like, all right, well maybe we'll just talk to him tomorrow and it's fine. But then Jane's like, no, that really sucks. Like we should talk to him now. Like, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And then we did, and he was just like, hey, I'm not really feeling music anymore. Something kind of vague, and it's like, well, do you still want to be in the band? He's like, well, I don't know. I don't think so. And it's like, all right, well, well, that's kind of that, and we'll give you your cut of whatever we have of the band fund, and we gave it to him like a couple days later. But it's a little strange. And then he's like still doing music with his sister and stuff. So maybe he just wanted to do his own thing. I don't know. I kind of think he's got a lot of stuff he's going through, which I'm not going to talk about.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, but I just
maybe I'll have him on. He can talk about it.
Should.
Yeah.
But we still love him. I mean, I think it wasn't handled or happened in the right way.
Sure.
But then when is it ever going to be handled or happen the right way?
Sounds like it pretty much is a breakup, but
how
absolutely.
do you, Absolutely. It's this whole thing like, I thought you were a friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but he's still our friend. And
sure.
And I'll still text him and stuff from time to time, and he goes to maybe like one of our shows every now and then.
Yeah, I saw him on. I was like, oh, cool.
So your bassist Noel asked if he could play with us. He was interested in playing with us.
Yeah, he asked you.
Are you okay with that?
Totally.
Okay.
I don't care.
So
I'm just surprised. I'm surprised because like
he's in a lot of bands and
crazy
work schedule.
And he doesn't. Yeah. So I'm like, all right,
But we've had people offer to like, hey, do you want a bassist? We'll play with you, which is super nice.
Yeah.
Which is how Spencer got in the band, anyways.
Yeah.
So we actually want to take Noel up on it, and I remember texting Spencer this, and he says like days later, it's like, I got jealous.
Yeah, because it is. Yeah, bands are like
it's relationships.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Basically. Yeah,
but it would be cool to have Noel. I think Noel's so far the best fit, but I kind of want somebody that like brings a lot. See, I don't know. We're gonna find out what's up with Noel, but I don't know. Everyone keeps saying he's a great drummer, but we've never seen this.
Oh, he's really good.
And then I want to see.
Really great. What am I saying? Like he's. Just I went to a show of his once. Side story, and someone randomly in the audience gave him $100 tip. He was that amazing. No, really, it was magic. It's so weird. He just like brought it. Like not only is he like a really good drummer technically, like he really puts in a lot of passion and just oomph to the show.
So I think so I haven't seen that, but I imagine he's a great drummer. I think he's a good singer because I recorded him. I'm like, yeah, he's good vocals.
He's good vocals.
That's why with bass I thought he was okay, but I don't get this like I want to see if he's as awesome on bass as he is on on.
So he's so good that he musically that he wants to challenge himself. That's why he asked us to be the bass player for Mango Napalm, because like he doesn't actually know bass. I mean, he can play bass, but that's not his strongest instrument. So it really challenges him. You know, I think with drums he's just bored.
Yeah.
And so with bass, it's exciting, it's new, you know, it's challenging. You know, when we were in recording Mango Napalm, the EP, like it was really challenging for him to do it right.
I thought he was getting nervous with those like little flub-a-dubs. I wasn't sure.
I think so.
But see, I want someone I'm hoping his drum knowledge is extended to all of music, because I want someone that really challenges us, Jane and I, if that's possible.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, Spencer.
Maybe we can talk offline, but
yeah.
I'll tell you more.
I'll just say, Spencer was cool because he has such a cool, easygoing personality.
Yes.
And he wanted to be in the band, but he never necessarily challenged us. I think he would just like find where he fits in and he'd play, which is what we wanted. But we're wondering, well, now if we have an opportunity, if we get someone that like super challenges us and it's like a fusion of stuff, a catalyst or something.
No, it's good. That's actually it was a shame because Nan was who we had in Twisted Black Soul. Someone who challenged me, but she can't be in the band right now.
Well, she was the bassist, right?
She was the bassist, yeah.
Yeah.
And now she had to leave.
Well, that sucks.
But we're still in a relationship. You know, she's handling her own business, and whatever she's got to do, she can do.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to have that. It's a challenge. It's really it does elevate.
Yeah.
Things. So it's great to have.
What's good with being in a relationship with Jane, and she's the drummer and everything. She'll say like, I wrote this song yesterday that I was trying to write a bummer song, and like at the end, my class all gave like their feedback, but Jane just cuts to the core of like. It's like you're trying to write a sad song, but you're not really like a sad guy or something. And like no one will say anything that insightful.
Yeah.
You know.
That's correct.
So it's really, I really can trust Jane's like opinion on stuff. She's really good, and we have similar taste in music. So
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you guys go to shows together.
Yeah.
And you guys filmed that thing for Mike Viola? Was that his
name?
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
What was that about again?
Dude. Mike Viola is like my hero.
Oh, really?
He is so amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Anything you think of, the best lyrics, best vocals, best melody, best everything.
Wow.
He sings on that thing you do. I told you so.
Yeah, you told me that.
So yeah, it was cool to enter this contest. We got like a t-shirt. We didn't win. But it was cool too was we go to shows and we see other people that entered. Yeah. And we're talking to them and we all have similar tastes.
Right.
So yeah, we like invited a guy to a show, and he went to our show yesterday.
No, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys had a show yesterday?
Yeah, we didn't advertise it very well. It was.
I didn't even know. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was just like last minute at a dojo in Silver Lake.
Oh man, what time did you guys play?
8.
Oh, I wouldn't have been able to make it then. Oh, well, I had dinner and I left at 8, but I was like free after 10. So.
Dude, we're almost out of time. Look at that.
We're almost out of time. I know I was looking at it, but our conversation was going so well. I wanted to see if I could have you play a song, but nope.
Nope.
Too late. That's it. That's the hour. All right. Goodbye.